I need to be honest with you. What I'm about to share is something Walmart employees have been quietly discussing in break rooms for months, but corporate has kept under wraps until now. 23 products are getting discontinued at Walmart in 2026, and if you don't stock up before Sunday, you're going to be kicking yourself for months, maybe years. Number 14 on this list has been a household staple for over 30 years. And number 7, I've already got 17 of them stored in my garage because once these are gone, the alternative costs 3 times as much. Here's what's really going on. Walmart is restructuring their entire product lineup to focus on higher margin items and private label goods. Translation: all those reliable, affordable, name brand products you've been buying for years are getting the axe. If this sounds important to you, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's get into it. Product number 1 is Great Value canned butter. This first one shocked me when I found out. Great Value canned butter is being discontinued. Most people don't even know Walmart sells canned butter, but those who do are already clearing shelves. Here's why this matters. Canned butter has a shelf life of up to 10 years when stored properly. 10 years of real butter that doesn't need refrigeration. One can contains a full pound of real butter, and unlike butter powder alternatives that taste like chemicals, this is actual creamed butter that tastes exactly like what you'd spread on toast. The discontinuation is happening because Walmart is shifting their canned goods section to focus on more commonly purchased items. Canned butter is considered a specialty product, and it's getting cut. Last Tuesday, I went to 3 different Walmart locations and bought every can they had. Cost me about $200, but I now have 20 cans that will last me through the next decade. The current price is about $9 per can. Compare that to freeze-dried butter at $25 for the equivalent amount. Storage is simple. Keep them in a cool, dark place. The cans are already sealed and shelf-stable. No special prep needed. But here's the kicker. Once these are gone, your only options for long-term butter storage will be expensive freeze-dried options or making ghee yourself, which is time-consuming. And in a real emergency where supply chains are disrupted, having real butter available is not just about taste, it's about morale. When everything else feels uncertain, being able to have real butter on your food is psychological gold. Product number 2 is Equate Calcium Magnesium Zinc Supplements. This one hit me hard because I've been taking these for 5 years. The formula is solid, the price is unbeatable, and they're about to vanish. Here's what makes this specific formulation special. Most calcium supplements give you just calcium, but your body can't absorb calcium properly without magnesium and zinc. This combination is critical for bone health, muscle function, immune system support, and even sleep quality. I learned about the importance of this combo from my doctor 3 years ago. She told me that taking calcium alone can actually cause problems because it throws off your magnesium balance. You need all 3 working together. The Equate version has the ideal ratio at about 1/3 of the price of name brands. A bottle of 200 tablets costs about $8. The equivalent, Nature Made brand, costs $22. The reason for discontinuation is shelf space reallocation. Walmart is reducing their Equate supplement line by 40% to make room for trendy supplements like collagen and adaptogens. Here's my strategy. I bought 10 bottles last week. That's a 3-year supply for me. Stored in a cool, dry place, these tablets maintain potency for at least 4 years beyond the printed date. But here's what most people don't realize. Supplements are one of the first things to skyrocket in price during inflation. When money gets tight, supplement manufacturers know people will still buy them, so prices go up. Having a multi-year supply locked in at current prices is like putting money in the bank. Product number 3 is great value. Peanut oil in gallon containers. All right, this is a big one if you do any serious cooking or food preservation. Great value peanut oil in gallon containers is getting cut. This isn't the small bottles. I'm talking about the gallon jugs that serious cooks use. Peanut oil has one of the highest smoke points of any cooking oil at 450 degrees. That means you can use it for high heat cooking, deep frying, and it doesn't break down into unhealthy compounds like other oils do. But here's what makes this critical for long-term storage. Peanut oil, when stored properly, lasts up to 2 years unopened. Compare that to vegetable oil, which starts going rancid after 6 months. I use peanut oil for everything. Stir frying, deep frying, even as a base for homemade salad dressings. 1 gallon costs about $18 at Walmart. The replacement options are either smaller bottles at a higher per ounce cost or switching to different oils that don't perform as well. The discontinuation is happening because gallon containers take up significant shelf space, and Walmart is prioritizing faster moving smaller sizes. Here's what I did. I bought 4 gallons last week. I transferred them into dark glass bottles to protect from light and stored them in my cool basement. This gives me 2 years of high quality cooking oil at locked in prices. But here's something interesting. During the last major supply chain disruption, cooking oil was one of the first things to disappear from shelves. People don't think about it until they run out, and then suddenly everyone's trying to buy it at once. Having a 2-year supply means I'm completely insulated from the next shortage. Product number 4 is Ozark Trail Emergency Survival Blankets 20-pack. Number 4 is going to matter if you care about emergency preparedness. Ozark Trail. Emergency survival blankets in the 20-pack boxes are being discontinued. These are those metallic mylar blankets that reflect 90% of your body heat. The 20-pack has been a staple at Walmart for years. One box costs about $12, which works out to 60 cents per blanket. I keep these everywhere. 5 in each car, 10 in my emergency kit at home, and I've given them as additions to gifts for family members. Here's why this discontinuation is significant. The replacement option is individual 2-packs at about $5 each. That's $2.50 per blanket, more than 4 times the price. These blankets are incredibly versatile. Obviously, they're lifesavers in cold weather emergencies. If your car breaks down in winter, one of these blankets can literally prevent hypothermia. But I've also used them as ground covers while camping, as emergency rain protection, and even as reflectors to signal for help. The reason Walmart is cutting them is that the 20-pack is considered bulk packaging, and they're moving away from bulk emergency supplies in favor of smaller impulse purchase sizes. Last week, I went to 4 Walmart locations. 2 were already sold out. At the other 2, I bought 3 boxes each. That's 120 blankets total for about $70. I'll probably never need to buy emergency blankets again in my lifetime. But here's the thing. In any kind of disaster scenario, having extras to share with neighbors or family members who weren't prepared is huge. These blankets weigh almost nothing and take up minimal space. There's no downside to having too many. Product number 5 is great value vegetable shortening in 4-pound cans. This is going to upset a lot of bakers. Great value vegetable shortening in the 4-pound cans is being discontinued. Shortening is one of the most versatile and longest-lasting cooking fats you can store. A 4-pound can costs about $8 and has a shelf life of up to 2 years unopened. Even after opening, if you keep it sealed and cool, it lasts for a year without refrigeration. You can use it for baking, frying, greasing pans, and even as emergency lamp fuel. The 4-pound can is being discontinued because Walmart is shifting to smaller packaging. Here's the math. 4 1-pound containers cost about $12 total versus $8 for the 4-pound can. That's a 50% price increase. I bought 6 cans last week. That's 24 pounds of stable cooking fat for $48. In a real supply shortage, fats and oils disappear fast. Product number 6 is Equate Ibuprofen 500 count bottles. The 500 count bottle currently costs about $9. That's less than 2 cents per pill. The replacement largest size will be the 200 count bottles at about $7. To get the same 500 pills, you'd need to buy 3 bottles at $21 total. That's more than double the price. The shelf life on ibuprofen is about 4 to 5 years when stored properly. I went to my local Walmart 3 days ago and bought all 8 bottles they had left. That's 4,000 pills total for $72. Pain management during emergencies is critical, and ibuprofen is one of the safest, most versatile pain relievers available. During the early days of the pandemic, I watched store shelves get cleared of pain relievers in hours. Having a multi-year supply locked in means I never have to worry about that again. Product number 7 is Reynolds turkey size oven bags, 50 count. This is going to sound weird, but stay with me. Reynolds turkey size oven bags in the 50 count box are being discontinued. These aren't just for cooking turkeys. These bags are game changers for food storage, sous vide cooking, and emergency water storage. A 50 count box costs about $13. The replacement option will be boxes of 2 or 4 bags at much higher per bag cost. For long-term food storage, I put items inside these bags before placing them in containers for extra protection against moisture and pests. But here's the emergency prep angle. Each bag can hold up to 2 gallons of water. Last week, I bought 4 more boxes. That's 250 bags for about $60. During power outages, cooking with these bags means less cleanup and more efficient cooking. Product number 8 is Great Value honey in 5-pound jugs. This one genuinely made me angry. Honey is literally the only food that never expires. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old honey in Egyptian tombs that's still edible. It's nature's perfect storage food. A 5-pound jug costs about $12. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 2-pound bottles at about $7 each. Honey is antibacterial and can be used on minor cuts and burns. It soothes sore throats better than any cough syrup. I bought 5 jugs last week. That's 25 pounds that will literally last forever if stored properly. Keep it sealed in a cool, dark place. If it crystallizes, just warm it gently. As a natural sweetener with medicinal properties that never goes bad, honey is one of the smartest things you can stockpile. Product number 9 is Ozark Trail. Portable camp stove fuel canisters 12-pack. These are the small propane-style canisters that fit most portable camp stoves. A 12-pack currently costs about $24. That's $2 per canister. The replacement option is buying them individually at about $4 each. The math is brutal. 12 individual canisters would cost $48, double the current price. Each canister provides about 1 hour of cooking time on high heat or up to 3 hours on low. During a power outage, having a portable stove and fuel means you can still cook hot meals. Last winter, we had a 4-day power outage during an ice storm. The psychological boost of hot food during a stressful situation is incredible. I bought 6 12-packs last week. That's 72 canisters for about $150. In a prolonged emergency, cooking fuel becomes incredibly valuable. Product number 10 is Great Value Pure Vanilla Extract, 16 ounce. Pure vanilla extract is expensive everywhere, but Walmart's 16-ounce bottle has been the best deal for years. It costs about $18. Compare that to name brands where 8 ounces costs $25. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 4 ounces. 4 4-ounce bottles would cost about $32. That's almost double. Vanilla extract has an indefinite shelf life. The alcohol content preserves the vanilla compounds. I use vanilla extract constantly. Cookies, cakes, pancakes, coffee creamer, and homemade ice cream. I bought 4 bottles last week. That's enough to last me years. Baking from scratch becomes even more important during hard economic times. Product number 11 is Equate Triple Antibiotic Ointment 4-pack. This is the stuff you put on cuts, scrapes, and minor burns to prevent infection. A 4-pack costs about $6. After discontinuation, individual tubes cost about $3 each. 4 tubes would cost $12, double the price. Triple antibiotic ointment is essential for first aid. When access to medical care is limited, preventing infections becomes critical. I keep tubes everywhere. 1 in each car, several in my home first aid kit, 1 in my camping supplies. Being able to treat minor injuries at home is huge. I bought 6 4-packs last week. That's 24 tubes for about $36. Product number 12 is Great Value Freezer Bags, gallon size 250 count. This is the bulk box that makes per bag cost incredibly low. A box costs about $16. That's about 6 cents per bag. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 70-count boxes at about $8. To get 250 bags, you'd need 4 boxes at $32, double the price. Freezer bags are essential for freezing food, organizing items, protecting electronics from moisture, and emergency waterproofing for documents. I bought 4 boxes. That's 1,000 bags for $64. During the pandemic, storage bags were hard to find. Product number 13 is Equate Nicotine Gum 4 milligram 160 count. A bottle costs about $35. Name brand Nicorette costs about $65. After discontinuation, the largest Equate size will be 40 pieces. To get 160 pieces, you'd need 4 packages at about $50 total. In high-stress emergencies, people who've quit smoking often relapse because stress triggers cravings. Having nicotine gum available prevents that. It's also a barter item. During major disruptions, smokers who can't get cigarettes will trade valuable items for nicotine replacement. I bought 2 bottles last week as emergency barter supplies. $60 for 320 pieces that could be traded for food or tools during a crisis. Product number 14 is Great Value Instant Coffee 12 ounce. A 12-ounce jar costs about $6 and makes about 70 cups of coffee. That's about 8 cents per cup. After discontinuations, the largest size will be 8 ounces. Here's why instant coffee is brilliant for storage. It lasts up to 20 years when stored in an airtight container. Ground coffee goes stale in weeks. Whole beans last months at best. But instant coffee, because it's freeze-dried, remains shelf-stable essentially forever. I keep instant coffee specifically for emergencies. During power outages or camping, making fresh coffee is complicated. Boil water, add instant coffee, done. I bought 8 jars last week. That's 96 ounces for $48. Caffeine withdrawal is brutal. In a crisis situation, the last thing you need is to be dealing with withdrawal symptoms on top of everything else. Product number 15 is Reynolds aluminum foil 200 square foot rolls. A 200 square foot roll currently costs about $7. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 75 square feet at about $4. To get 200 square feet, you'd need 3 rolls at $12, almost double. Aluminum foil can be used to signal for help by reflecting sunlight. It can be shaped into makeshift cooking vessels. It reflects heat for keeping warm or directing heat while cooking. During a camping trip last summer, I forgot my cooking pot. I shaped aluminum foil into a bowl, placed it on rocks near the fire, and successfully boiled water. I bought 6 rolls last week. That's 1,200 square feet of aluminum foil for $42. Product number 16 is Great Value trash bags, 30-gallon, 200 count. A box of 200 bags costs about $18. That's 9 cents per bag. After discontinuation, the largest box will be 80 bags at about $10. To get 200 bags, you'd need 3 boxes at $30. Trash bags are essential for sanitation. In a power outage or water shortage, toilets might not flush. Trash bags lined in buckets become emergency toilets. They're also used for waterproofing, organizing supplies, and managing garbage. Last winter, during a plumbing issue, we used trash bags as liners for emergency toilet buckets. Not glamorous, but absolutely necessary. I bought 4 boxes last week. That's 800 bags for $72. Product number 17 is Equate hydrogen peroxide 1 gallon. A 1 gallon jug costs about $5. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 32 ounces at about $2. To get a gallon, you'd need 4 bottles at $8. Hydrogen peroxide disinfects cuts and scrapes, whitens laundry, cleans surfaces, removes stains, and even works as a mouthwash when diluted. The shelf life is about 1 year unopened. I bought 4 gallons last week. I'll rotate through them over the next year. In situations where clean water is limited, hydrogen peroxide is a disinfectant that doesn't require water. You can clean wounds, sanitize surfaces, and maintain hygiene with just the peroxide. Product number 18 is Great Value white vinegar 2.5 gallon. A jug costs about $6. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 1 gallon at about $3. To get 2.5 gallons, you'd pay about $8. White vinegar is one of the most versatile substances you can store. It's used for cleaning, cooking, preserving food, removing odors, killing weeds, and as a natural disinfectant. Vinegar has an indefinite shelf life. I use vinegar constantly. I clean windows, descale coffee makers, make pickles, and use it as a fabric softener. Vinegar is a natural food preservative. If refrigeration is unavailable, pickling vegetables in vinegar extends their shelf life significantly. I bought 3 jugs last week. Product number 19 is Equate isopropyl alcohol 91% gallon. A gallon costs about $9. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 32 ounces at about $4. To get a gallon, you'd need 4 bottles at $16. Isopropyl alcohol at 91% concentration is strong enough to disinfect medical instruments, clean electronics, remove sticky residue, and even be used as emergency fuel. The shelf life is indefinite when kept sealed. High concentration isopropyl alcohol is a powerful disinfectant. I bought 4 gallons last week. That's $36 for 4 gallons versus $64 after discontinuation. During the early pandemic, isopropyl alcohol was impossible to find. Having a multi-year supply means I'm completely insulated from future shortages. Product number 20 is Great Value Apple Cider Vinegar 1 gallon. A gallon costs about $7. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 32 ounces at about $4. To get a gallon, you'd need 4 bottles at $16. Apple cider vinegar has all the uses of white vinegar plus additional health benefits. It's used for salad dressings, marinades, and even as a health tonic. Many people drink diluted apple cider vinegar for digestive health and weight management. The shelf life is indefinite. A mix of apple cider vinegar and water makes an excellent hair rinse. It's also used as natural weed killer in gardens. I bought 3 gallons last week. Apple cider vinegar can be used to preserve foods and create natural remedies. Product number 21 is Great Value Baking Soda 5-pound bags. A 5-pound bag costs about $4. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 1-pound boxes at about $2 each. To get 5 pounds, you'd need 5 boxes at $10. That's more than double the price. Baking soda is one of the most versatile products you can have. It's used for baking, cleaning, deodorizing, personal hygiene, and even fire suppression. The shelf life is indefinite when stored in a sealed container. Baking soda is a natural antacid. During emergencies, when you can't get to a pharmacy, it treats heartburn and indigestion. It's also used to treat minor burns and insect bites. I bought 8 bags last week. That's 40 pounds of baking soda for $32. You can clean almost anything with baking soda and vinegar. Product number 22 is Great Value Liquid Dish Soap 90 ounce. A 90 ounce bottle costs about $6. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 30 ounces at about $3. To get 90 ounces, you'd need 3 bottles at $9. That's a 50% price increase. Dish soap is essential for sanitation. You need it to clean dishes, utensils, and cooking surfaces. But it's also used for hand washing, cleaning surfaces, and even as an emergency laundry detergent. The shelf life is about 2 years when stored properly. Last year, during a supply chain issue, dish soap was hard to find for about 3 weeks. I bought 6 bottles last week. That's 540 ounces for $36. In situations where water is limited, dish soap that cuts grease effectively means you can clean dishes with less water. Product number 23 is Great Value Bleach 121 ounce. The final product is arguably the most important. Great Value. Bleach in the 121 ounce bottles is being discontinued. A bottle costs about $3. After discontinuation, the largest size will be 64 ounces at about $2.50. To get 121 ounces, you need 2 bottles at $5. Bleach is essential for disinfection and sanitation. It kills bacteria, viruses, and fungi. You use it for cleaning bathrooms, sanitizing surfaces, whitening laundry, and most critically, for emergency water purification. 8 drops of unscented bleach per gallon of water makes it safe to drink. In an emergency where the water supply is compromised, bleach becomes literally life-saving. The shelf life of bleach is about 6 months to a year. I bought 6 bottles last week for $18. During disasters, bleach disappears from shelves immediately. All right. So those are the 23 products getting discontinued at Walmart in 2026. If even half of what I shared resonated with you, get to your local Walmart this weekend. Don't wait. These products are already starting to disappear from shelves, and once they're gone, you're looking at significantly higher costs or inferior replacements. I spent about $2,000 last week stocking up on everything I showed you. That might sound like a lot, but when you factor in the price increases and the long-term value, I've essentially saved thousands of dollars and gained years of peace of mind. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to continue covering retail changes, price increases, and strategies to protect your wallet. Second, leave a comment telling me which products you're going to stock up on. Third, share this video with family and friends who need to know about these changes. And finally, if you want a printable checklist of all 23 products with current prices and recommended quantities, I've got that available. Check the description below. Remember, preparation isn't about fear or panic. It's about being smart, taking advantage of current prices, and ensuring your family has what they need. These 23 products represent hundreds of dollars in savings and years of supplies if you act now. Don't be the person 6 months from now wishing they had listened. Get out there, stock up, and take control. I'll see you in the next video.